Hey, if you're in love with an Enneagram 4, this video's for you.
Don't you dare turn on The Bachelor. We will not be the couple who falls prey to the banality of reality television. Are you filming me?
Don't tell me to cheer up. I like feeling this way.
The beauty, the music, I can just cry. Oh, look at this picture. It's so pretty.
In this video, we're going to be talking about Enneagram Type 4s, the Individualist, in romantic relationships. If you don't know who I am, hello, my name's Abby, and I'm here to help you discover you. A big thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. It's an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people just like you. But we'll chat more about that later in the video. Whether you're dating or married to an Enneagram 4, you know that they are complex, authentic people who bring beauty and passion to our everyday lives. As some of you may know, I am married to a Type 4, so hello, John. I love you so much. You're my best friend and you're so handsome. Let me tell you something about my Type 4 husband. He is able to find rich meaning in all of our experiences. He is empathetic and loving, not only to me, but to everybody that we come into contact with. He is crazily adept at communicating in an honest, deep, and healthy way, which is really nice for me because, yeah, I don't like talking about feelings, but when you're dating or married to a 4, you talk about feelings and it's awesome. It really is. And he is awesome. And I know that you guys feel similarly about the Type 4s in your life. That said, there are also some very annoying things about the Enneagram Type 4. So in this video, we're going to be talking about 7 annoying things that Type 4s do in romantic relationships. But keep in mind, this is all in good fun. I just want to explore the Enneagram types and relationships within the Enneagram types in a funny and lighthearted way. Number 1, Type 4s are in the heart triad, which means that they deal with a lot of shame. If you've ever felt shame in your life, you know how much it can affect seeing yourself in a loving and healthy way. Because of this, average to unhealthy Type 4s struggle with insecurity, sadness, and melancholy. As a partner, this can be really hard because those bad feelings that they're having can cover every interaction you have with your Type 4. This in itself is not an annoying thing. However, how 4s choose to deal with this shame can be very annoying. In their search for authenticity, Type 4s might not entertain tactics that might help them because they don't feel genuine or right in the moment. They will sit and wallow in their feelings and shame, just hoping for a magic solution to knock on the door and fix the problem. They perpetuate a narrative that they are unlovable and unworthy, which is simply not true.
I suck and I contribute nothing to the world.
That's not true. You have so much to give.
You know nothing about me.
We've been married for 8 years. Look, why don't we go for a walk? That always makes you feel better.
I don't want to.
How about we go to Jill and Tommy's? We can play with their golden retriever.
I hate Jill and Tommy.
What if you give your therapist a call?
I'd rather sit here, watch The Office, and think about how terrible I am.
Number 2, when 4s are resolving conflict, they are articulate and eloquent. This is a beautiful strength of the Individualist. They examine themselves and their feelings, and then they effectively communicate that to other people. However, when the stakes are raised and tensions are high, Type 4s can become reactive and emotionally intense. They will desire their emotional needs to be met by their partner with the same intensity, and if their partner doesn't meet them there, they become really frustrated. In the Enneagram world, we call this the reactive conflict coping style. Type 4s share this triad with Type 6s and Type 8s, so if you are a 6 or an 8, you may see yourself in this description. When they don't get what they want, Type 4s can work themselves up emotionally, relying on that reactive tactic to get their needs met from the other person. This places a burden on their romantic partner to emotionally match them in intensity, even if this isn't how they naturally deal with conflict.
It's It's not about the avocado. It's about the meaning behind the avocado.
I don't think this is worth becoming upset over.
I'm not upset, I'm passionate. Do you understand how lucky we are to have these avocados? How lucky we are to live in California and to cut into this beautiful fruit, and you just cut half of it and then throw the rest in the trash? Like, do you understand what a waste that is?
Next time I'll think about your feelings and I'll use the entire avocado. Problem solved.
The problem isn't solved. It's not about the avocado. It's about how precious life is. Why can't you understand that? Why are you not as upset as I am?
Number 3. In relationships, we all have that defense mechanism that we jump to when we're afraid of getting hurt. For 4s, their defense mechanism is introjection. This means that instead of blocking out negative things, they will fully internalize the negative beliefs of other people. This defense mechanism can make it difficult for 4s to separate their own beliefs about themselves from the beliefs that other people have about them. As you can imagine, negative introjection can cause depression and anxiety because the type 4 is saying negative and bad things about themselves to themselves in their brain. The more you self-deprecate, the more you believe it, and the more that affects your life and your actions. Perhaps 4s jump to this defense mechanism because they feel like they won't be hurt if they are the ones being the meanest to themselves. As a type 3 with a very strong 4 wing and depression and anxiety, I do this a lot to myself. I say things like, you will never be loved, you will never amount to anything, you're a failure, your life has no purpose. I say mean things to myself a lot. So my therapist taught me thought stopping as a way of counteracting these negative thoughts that I have. So every time a negative thought enters your brain, you say stop, I am okay, I am loved, I am worthy, or whatever it is that you need to say to yourself to stop the thoughts. It takes time, it takes effort, but it is worth it.
Can you see how constantly texting back during work hours could be difficult for me?
I get it. I'm too needy. I'm too sensitive. I'm the worst girlfriend you've ever had.
I am not saying that.
You didn't have to.
All I want to do right now is talk about our communication. So I want you to feel loved and heard, but I also have trouble texting back when I'm in a meeting.
I know. I'm the worst human alive and I don't deserve love.
Stop.
I am a slug.
I don't think any of these things. You know that?
No. Let me inch out of your life like the garden snail that I am.
Why are you a snail all of a sudden?
Just pour salt on me and call it a day.
Number 4. In stress, type 4s move to the average to unhealthy traits of an Enneagram Type 2. This means they can lay on the charm in order to win people over. They can place their self-worth entirely on their relationships with other people, and they can become overbearing and possessive. In romantic relationships, type 4s may try to make their partner dependent on them by using manipulation.
Here's your lunch for work, and I ironed your clothes so that you'll look sharp for your meeting today. You're amazing. How could I live without you? You can't. You're entirely reliant on me. Do you know which mechanic we take our car to?
No.
That's because I take care of all of our automobile maintenance. Do you know how to go to the grocery and get all of our meals for the week while staying healthy and within our weekly budget? No. Do you know where the cleaning supplies are so that we can keep the house welcoming and clean? Have a good day at work, sweetie.
If you're a 4 or a partner to a 4, listen up because this is important. Enneagram Type 4s need self-expression. They need to learn new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in their own imagination and creativity. My husband is a writer and a musician, and I can always tell when he's veering to the average to unhealthy parts of his Type 4 when he hasn't spent time crafting songs and writing in his journal. That's where Skillshare comes in. We use Skillshare regularly in this household, whether it be a class about copywriting, photography, freelancing, interior design, plants, which was one of my favorite classes ever. Skillshare has it. I just finished a class called Revolutionary Self-Care by Chidera Egru. I don't know if I said her name right, but oh my gosh, it was life-changing. One thing I learned that I really loved and that meant a lot to me was how to distinguish your false voice, like the voice that says mean things about yourself, from your authentic voice, which is basically like your childhood voice, the voice who knows your worth. And
It's a good class. You guys should take it.
What's super cool is that the first 1,000 of you watching this video to click the link in my description will get a, you guessed it, free trial of Skillshare Premium membership so that you can explore your creativity. Some other classes that I think you guys would love are Portrait Photography by Jessica Kobasi, Productivity for Creatives by YouTuber Thomas Frank, or Drawing as Self-Discovery by Mari Andrew. Because Skillshare is a place for learning and growth, there are no ads, and they're always dropping new premium classes. Plus, it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. To try out these classes for free, you can just check out the link in my description for a free trial of Skillshare's premium membership. And if you sign up, please let me know in the comments or through Instagram DMs which classes you're taking and how they made you feel. Now let's get on with number 5 of annoying things individualists do in romantic relationships. We talk about interpersonal coping styles a lot on this channel, and that's because I think they matter so much. This is how each type gets other people to meet their needs. Enneagram 4s use the withdrawn coping style, which means that they seek attention by moving away from their loved ones. And then they get hurt when their romantic partner doesn't give them the level of attention that they were hoping for. We also call this playing hard to get. But I kind of like to describe it as, show me how much you love me by rescuing me from my pit of despair. You doing okay?
Go away.
Okay, geez.
Why don't you want to be with me?
You just said to go away. And I meant it. Leave me alone.
I'm so confused. Don't go. I'm sad. I need cuddles.
Number 6, the core weakness of an Enneagram 4 is envy. They feel like there's something about themselves that is fundamentally flawed. They look around at other relationships in movies, books, friend groups, people's parents, their own parents, and they say, why isn't my relationship like that? They measure their own experience against the perceived experience of other people. And do you know what this can cause? The frustration that the ideal soulmate does not exist. It can also cause this constant tickling feeling that something better is out there. And they can romanticize their current relationship, and when they find out that it's not actually perfect, their entire vision will come crashing down in a fiery ball of flames.
Are you breaking up with me?
It feels like I don't have a choice.
This isn't what I imagined it would be.
I don't understand.
When I imagined the person I was gonna end up with, I imagined us doing things like spontaneously going to a Fleet Foxes concert, you know, running through the crowd, holding hands, singing our hearts out, getting swept up in the moment. But we've never done that.
You didn't ask me to go to a concert.
I shouldn't have to ask. You should just know.
Number 7, this final annoying thing revolves around an Enneagram Type 4's core fear. Type 4's fear being mundane and insignificant. They want to have an impact on the world using their authentic, beautiful self. And this fear can create an intense aversion to anything conventional or ordinary.
What should we do tonight?
Ooh, let's go to that Italian place everyone's talking about.
No, it's so unoriginal.
Okay, do you want to go to the Stranger Things drive-in? Jill and Tommy went last week and they said
If
that
I wanted to do what Jill and Tommy did, I would just become Jill and Tommy.
So what do you want to do?
I'll tell you what I don't want to do. I don't want to go to whatever attraction the LA Times says is hot on the weekends and then go back to my boring insurance job where I wear Tommy Hilfiger suits and then come home to my cookie cutter wife who is selling Mary Kay to all the neighbors.
Are you just talking about Jill and Tommy now?
Yep.
I hope this helps you navigate your relationships either as a 4 or as a partner to a 4. If you want more Type 4 content, I have an entire playlist for you guys. I will link that in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.